The quest for sweet harmony. Once upon a time, in a land made entirely of candy and sweets, there lived a group of adventurous kids known as the Sweet Explorers. Candy cane trees, marshmallow clouds, and chocolate rivers were just a few of the wonders that surrounded them every day. But the most extraordinary thing in this sugary world was the legendary recipe for the ultimate dessert, the sweet harmony. The sweet harmony was said to be a dessert so delicious that it could make anyone happy, and it was said to be hidden deep within the candy forest. However, nobody had ever found it, for the forest was filled with tricky puzzles, mischievous candy creatures, and riddles that could baffle the smartest of minds. The leader of the Sweet Explorers was Lily, a young girl with a heart as sweet as candy itself. Lily was known for her bravery and her love for adventure. She gathered her friends, Benny the bubblegum enthusiast, Rosie the chocolate connoisseur, and Max the gummy bear lover, and announced their quest to find the sweet harmony. With their candy backpacks filled with lollipops and gumdrops, the Sweet Explorers entered the candy forest. They followed the winding licorice path deeper and deeper into the heart of the forest, encountering candy creatures that tested their wits and their teamwork. They met the Gumdrop Goblins, who challenged them to a bubblegum bubble-blowing contest. Benny's bubble was the biggest and shiniest, and they won the challenge. Up next, they faced the Chocolate Chip Squirrels, who insisted they solve a riddle before passing. Rosie, with her keen chocolate knowledge, cracked the riddle in no time. As they ventured further, they stumbled upon the Marshmallow Bridge guarded by a giant Peppermint Troll. Max, who was clever with words, managed to make the troll laugh, and they were granted passage. Finally, after a series of challenges and puzzles, they reached the heart of the candy forest. There, under a colossal candy cane tree, they found an enormous chocolate chest. Inside the chest was a golden recipe book, and written on its pages was the long-lost sweet harmony recipe. With excitement bubbling in their hearts, they hurried back to their candy village and began to prepare the sweet harmony dessert. They mixed marshmallows, chocolate, gummy bears, and lollipops, all while singing a sweet song of joy. The dessert sparkled with colors, and its aroma filled the air. When they served the sweet harmony to the candy villagers, everyone's faces lit up with happiness, laughter and cheers spread throughout the land, and the candy world was never the same again. The Sweet Explorers had not only found the legendary dessert, but also discovered that the real harmony lay in their friendship and teamwork. From that day on, they continued to have sweet adventures together, making the candy world an even sweeter place to live. And so in the land of candy and sweets, the Sweet Explorers learned that the sweetest adventures were the ones they shared with friends, and that true happiness could be found in the simple joy of coming together to make the world a sweeter place. As the days passed, the candy villagers couldn't get enough of the sweet harmony dessert, and they wanted more and more. The Sweet Explorers, now famous throughout the land, decided to turn their newfound passion into a sweet business. They opened the Harmony Haven Sweet Shop at the heart of the candy village. It was a colorful and magical place where candy villagers of all shapes and sizes gathered to enjoy not only the delicious sweet harmony, but also to share stories, laughter, and dreams. The shop became the center of the candy community, a place where friendships blossomed and everyone felt like family. The success of the Harmony Haven Sweet Shop allowed the Sweet Explorers to give back to their candy world. They organized events and parties for the candy villagers, spreading joy and sweetness wherever they went. They even used their candy-making skills to create candies with special powers, like flying gumballs and glow-in-the-dark jelly beans, adding new layers of wonder to their world. But even with their newfound fame in the bustling shop, the Sweet Explorers never forgot the lessons they had learned on their adventure. They knew that the true treasure was not the recipe itself, but the bond of friendship they had formed during their quest. One sunny day, as they sat outside their sweet shop, sipping candy-flavored tea, Lily looked at her friends and said, "You know, it's incredible what we've achieved together. But what truly makes our world sweet is the love and friendship we share." Benny nodded, his bubblegum bubble shimmering in agreement. "You're absolutely right, Lily. Our adventures are sweeter because we face them together." Rosie smiled warmly, a chocolatey grin spreading across her face. "And our Harmony Haven Sweet Shop is more than just a place for sweets. It's a place where everyone is welcome and everyone feels loved." The wise gummy bear added, "Our sweet world is a reflection of our friendship. It's the people we care about and the memories we create together that make life truly sweet. And so, the sweet explorers continue to bring happiness to their candy world, not just through their delicious desserts, but through the love and friendship they shared. They learned that the real sweet harmony was not just a dessert, but a melody of laughter, joy, and togetherness that filled their candy world every day. In the land of candy and sweets, the sweet explorers showed that the sweetest adventures were those shared with friends, and that the real magic of life was in the bonds that made it all the sweeter. And they lived happily ever after, sharing their sweet stories and their sweeter hearts with everyone they met.